Hey guys, so I'm trying something new for the science lesson. So I really hope that this can help kind of give you a little bit more help in your science. So this is our second unit in science, and you should have a packet that says Student Science Journal 6.2.1, Matter and Energy. So kind of looking like this. And if you will open up your packet to the very first page, that looks like this. That's where we'll begin. So talking about what patterns we see. So at the very first page, episode 1, at the top right, you'll see a box that says a field of grass. This, right, is a picture of a field of grass. So in that box, I want you to draw what you see. You can go ahead and pause this video at any time so you give time to draw. I'm going to keep going, but again, push pause until you're ready to move on to the next step. Now we have a patch of grass. So I want you to draw what you see in this slide in your patch of grass square. Now we have a blade of grass where we just took one single blade of grass, and I want you to draw what do you see. Now try looking for some patterns. What are some things that you notice as we're getting closer and in essence magnifying the grass? Now I want you, what you've saw in the 3 previous pictures, predict. What do you think you'll see if you could examine the grass under a microscope, powerful enough to keep zooming in on the blade of grass? So what do you think you're going to see? For this, I just want you to kind of think. What do you think you would see under a microscope? And then write down what you think you would see on your page, actually 5 in your science book. Right here, I want you to write down, sorry, I'm trying to make sure, write down your prediction. What do you think you would see? And then if you zoomed in even more, what else do you think you would see? Now, this is what we actually see. So this is what you're going to draw under grass under magnifying glass. And that's what you are going to see on our on your left-hand side. And then, so this is the one under a magnifying glass, and then this is a grass under a microscope. So this picture you're going to draw under the magnifying glass on the first page. This picture is the one you're going to draw on the bottom left under a microscope. Then I want you to draw, what are some patterns you are noticing? What is it you are seeing occurring as we zoom closer and closer into a blade of grass? Now I want you guys to see in your packet. So turn to this page. So turn to this page with this article, and I want you to read this article and highlight key words and terms that stand out to you as you read it. So when you're done reading this, you should have a whole bunch of things, some things underlined or highlighted that stand out to you. All right, now that you've read, and now we kind of have a familiarity of what it is that things are made of, atoms. Now, write down on page 5, the very last one, write what you predict you would see if you looked at any type of matter under a powerful microscope. So even that blade of grass or a berry or an animal or dirt or water, if we put it underneath a really powerful microscope, what would you expect to see? If you'll write that answer, again, pause the video when you need to, and then push play when you're ready for the next step. So atoms, learning about atoms. In your page, if you'll turn to the next page, it says what is an atom, and then you have a size and characteristics. So all of your information is on these following slides that you need to fill these out. So if you will just hit pause and then fill out the information as we go along. Here on the right hand side, This is a depiction or a drawing of an atom. Atoms are super small. When we break something down, so the blade of grass, when we break it down even smaller and smaller, we're going to find the oxygen and hydrogen. We're going to find atoms that combine or bond together to make molecules that then make grass or everything around us. Atoms are extremely small. We cannot see them with our eye. It takes extremely powerful microscopes to see them. Atoms have a nucleus. Right here in the middle is our nucleus. The nucleus is made up of protons and neutrons, and what we call an electron cloud. Electrons are constantly moving. That's why they call it a cloud. Electrons are always moving in an atom. Everything is made up of atoms. Everything is made up of an atom. Different combinations of atoms and different types of atoms. The number of protons an atom has determines which type of atom it is. So in an atom, again, we have the nucleus. That's where the protons and neutrons are found. And that's where most of the weight or the mass of an atom is. Surrounded the nucleus is what we have, is what are called electrons. Protons. So you're going to write this down for the three particles that make up an atom. We have our protons, our neutrons, and our electrons. Those are the three things you're going to write down for 1, 2, and 3. And then you need to give some definition of each. So here's what protons are. You don't have to write all 4 of these, but I will tell you the one thing I want you to do is that it is a positive charge and it gives the atom its atomic number. So make sure you remember that protons are positive, and it's kind of easy to remember because they both start with P. Neutrons, this is number 2 on what 3 particles make up an atom. So number 2 is neutrons. Neutrons are neutral. Pretty easy again, starts with an N. So neutrons are neutral. They have no charge. And they're located in the nucleus. And then we have electrons. Electrons are the little black, you can see the little black kind of balls in this picture, and they are constantly moving and in motion. Electrons are negative. How I remember is it's not good to be electrified. It's a negative thing. So electrons are negative, have a negative charge. And again, here's some additional information. You don't need to write all this down. The main thing I want you to know is that electrons are negative. And then down below in your packet right here, it wants you to draw an electron and label it. So that's what you need to do. And here, I'll go back here real quick. There is your image of an electron. So that's what you need to draw, where it says draw and label the parts of an atom. Again, push pause if you need to. Now, we're going to talk about molecules. Molecules are when we have an atom and another atom and they've bonded together. Now we've made a molecule. So make sure you write the definition down in your page, in your notebook, and then how they're formed. It's formed when 2 or more atoms join together by forming chemical bonds. We can have 2 of the same atoms, so like 2 hydrogen, 2 oxygen, or we can have 2 different atoms, like a hydrogen and an oxygen. A molecule is just when 2 atoms now have bonded together. When they're 2 different atoms, we call them a compound, like hydrogen and oxygen. When they come together, that would be a compound because they're 2 different. But when we have 2 of the same atom, that's what we refer to as a molecule. So kind of think of molecules and atoms as the letters in the alphabet. So if you think about how many letters are in the alphabet, how many words can we make with the letters in the alphabet? So many, right? We can't even count. Same thing as atoms. And we can use more letter than once. Like in the word book, we can use 2 O's. We don't have a limit that you can only use a letter once in a word. We can use it multiple times. Same thing with atoms. So think of atoms as the alphabet. And when we learn our alphabet, we give each letter a name, so we know which letter it is that we're referring to. The letters, we give them a name A, B, C. Atoms, we give them names, or they're elements: hydrogen, oxygen, helium. All these things, all atoms are given a name. And then we can put all these different atoms together and make molecules or words. So again, think of the alphabet as atoms, the name of the letter C, D, E as elements, and then words, okay, would be our molecules. So here's kind of what's the difference between an atom and a molecule. An atom is just the single, okay, the single atom. A molecule is when we combine them or bond them. A compound is when we have two different types of atoms that we've combined in. So we have what we call a periodic table. The periodic table is the list of all of these atoms, or we give them names, which is elements. The top number is just what we call to as an atomic number. Okay, this I'm just kind of giving you background knowledge about what this is. So this, finding data on elements, this is what you need to draw in your notes section in your packet right here. So these first notes, you're just going to draw this box and label what each part represents on the periodic table. Here is our whole entire periodic. So you can see periodic table. So we have lots of elements, and scientists have discovered many elements, and I'm sure there's even more to discover. So when we combine all of these, you can see all the different possibilities. Just like how you can combine tons of letters to make lots of words, we can do the same thing with atoms. All right. Now, this is a molecule, H2O. So this is the molecule you need to draw in your notebook. Again, pause it when you need to. And then on the very last page, you have these three boxes. And this top box, I want you to write matter as big as you can in capital letters. Remember, all matter is made up of molecules. Molecules, I want you to only capitalize the M and then write the rest of it in smaller case. And then down in this box at the bottom, as small as you can, I want you to write atoms. So all matter is made up of molecules, and all molecules are made up of atoms.